What's up this evening, YouTube? How you guys doing out there today? I've finally decided to do my first book review on this channel. So I just finished reading this book, and wasn't a perfect novel, but it was pretty interesting, especially if you're a fan of the franchise, which I'm a huge fan. And this franchise that I am talking about is, of course, the Alien franchise. I've been a big fan since I was a kid. My dad had me watch Aliens when I was very young, and I just remember the part where the queen alien sticks its tail through Bishop and just rips him in half. That pretty much traumatized me as a kid, but it also made me the artist and the kind of the nerd that I am today. So I'm glad that I watched that when I was younger, but this is a book that it's kind of a fan fiction, and it takes place after the first Alien movie, before Aliens. And just so you guys are warned beforehand, there's going to be spoilers in this review. I'm going to be talking about the book, so if you haven't read it and you want to read it, just shut the video off now, go back and read it, and then come back and watch this when you're ready. But anyway, the book that I am talking about today is called Alien Out of the Shadows, and it's written by an artist named Tim Leben. Now, as it says here, it's an original novel, and it's based on the movies. Like I said, it takes place between Alien and Aliens, and it's kind of a fan fiction. It's pretty cool. I'll just let you read the back here. And yeah, it's a really cool book, actually. I just finished reading it today. It took me about 6 days to read, kind of casually, but I finally got through it, and it's an awesome book. So it kind of starts out, and they're on this planet called LV-178, and they're mining for this substance here. Let's see. I think it's called trimonite, something like that, trimonite. Anyway, this dude named Hooper, they're calling him Hoop in the book, he's mining for this trimonite, and they're up on this orbital ship, and the people down below are the ones mining, and of course, in typical alien fashion, they break into a nest and end up awakening these creatures, and they start attacking. So it's pretty interesting from there. So the way things start out is they're up on this ship, and the aliens attack down below, and then the people try to escape up to the ship. So they get on a ship that tries to dock with the ship, and it ends up, they dock it, but there's several aliens on board, I think 3 or something like that. And it basically goes from there. I mean, it's a survival story. They end up having to go down to the planet because they need to get like some fuel cells for their ship. There's lots of excuses and reasons why they have to go down to the planet, but it's a typical alien story. The big oddity here, and the weakest point of the book, in my opinion, is they actually include Ellen Ripley, which I know you're thinking, like, if you've seen the movies, you're like, how is that possible? Wouldn't she have remembered this from Aliens? Well, they actually have a convenient answer for why she doesn't remember it, and it's kind of stupid, to be honest. She basically, anyway, she comes with the ship, basically. The one cool thing is they basically say that Ash, the android from Alien, the one that was working for Mother, he actually integrates into the escape shuttle that Ripley escapes on in the end of the first Alien movie. He integrates into it, and he has her floating out in space trying to find another source of the alien life form, because if you remember, his mission was to bring back the specimen at all costs. He basically was not going to fail at that. So they kind of talk about him like he's a virus in this book, which is kind of cool. So it makes you think, like, these androids actually are more, they're just actually an intelligence. They're not just bound to the body that they're in. But anyway, he ends up making this dock. He makes Ripley's ship dock with the ship in the book, the one that Hoop is on, and the rest of the crew. And basically from there he's trying to get the alien. It's a convenient way to get Ripley into the book. Obviously, I can just see Fox sticking their little fingers in this. You can probably tell the writer didn't want to do this, but Fox was saying, you know, you got to do it. You got to put Ripley in. And I never understood. I love Ripley as a character. Don't get me wrong, but Alien, Aliens, and then Alien 3, like her story arc begins and ends. Even Alien Resurrection, I always felt was an unnecessary addition to her storyline. So I don't understand why they keep trying to use Ripley. You don't need to use Ripley anymore. There's several other characters that they could invent. The most important thing here is obviously the alien. So that's easily the weakest part of the book. And it's stupid. She goes to the planet with them. They go down to the planet and then she comes back up, and the convenient way that they make her forget is they put her through, I picture it like if you've seen Prometheus, when Shaw goes into the surgical bay to remove the like big face hugger from her belly. It's kind of like that. They put her in this, like, she gets real beat up. What happens on the planet, they find this like nest kind of thing with like a queen, is what it sounds like. They kill it really quickly, so you don't know if it's a queen or if it's some kind of weird alien, because they do find this new alien race on the planet and they've been devastated by aliens. So I think they found like a new strain of xenomorph, but it's kind of hard to imagine. They said that these guys have like horse heads or something like that. So anyway, they find this new alien queen thing. They blow it up. Ripley goes crazy. She's murdering it all, but near the end when they're escaping, she gets real beat up and she's basically near death. So they put her in this pod to save her life, and during the reconstruction of her body, they conveniently wipe her memory. There's an option on the pod, actually. They like make a point to this where they say, oh, you can push this button and it will erase all of her memories, and like Hoop actually finds a way to erase like the exact memories of the events that take place in this book. So that part is really kind of stupid. They should have just did something new. I mean, not to say that they did Ripley bad. I mean, she was actually done very well in the book. When you're reading it, it's like you're hearing Sigourney Weaver speak. So that aspect of it was actually not bad. But it's just the inclusion of her character as a whole was not needed. They introduced enough characters in this book to be interesting, albeit they were all kind of just cannon fodder and you kind of knew it from the beginning, but they really did a good job with giving that alien feel. So yeah, guys, I mean, that's kind of my review of the book. Again, it's called Alien Out of the Shadows. If you guys are Aliens fans at all, this is a good read. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a must read. You got to be a big time fan to like really want to read it, but if you're a fan, guys, I say totally go out and read it. It's a great read. I mean, it's nice and fun, and it has that typical Aliens formula. Just kind of like if you played Alien Isolation, that game was excellent because it just was a new twist on thing. I'll probably be actually doing a game review of that because I've been wanting to do a game review on that for a while here, and I'm actually reading. This is something I didn't mention. This book is the first in a trilogy of novels that they've written for the movies. So the next one that I'm reading, it's called Sea of Sorrows. It's over there. I'll probably do a review on that when I finish it. And then the last book is called River of Pain, and I actually have that over on the shelf as well. So I will be reading these books, and I'll kind of let you guys know what I think about them, if they're worth checking out. But for the beginning book right here, this book is definitely worth reading, so I would recommend it, guys, if you want to check out more in the Alien franchise and maybe get some fan fiction. But anyway, overall, I would give the book about an 8.5 out of 10, just because the inclusion of Ripley was unneeded, and maybe the story was very similar to other stories at times, so it wasn't a perfect story overall, but I still definitely would say check it out. I got this on eBay for like literally $3, so if you guys want to check it out, it's not expensive. It's not gonna break your bank or anything like that. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for checking out my channel. Have you guys read this? If you have, leave your comments down below. If you want to read it, also leave your comments down below. And if you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. And as always, guys, this has been Jigsaw0097, and I'll talk to you guys later.